Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is your Wednesday, May 27th, stimulus check and stimulus package update. And we have a lot of information to go over. The Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, had his first public appearance in Kentucky for the first time since mid-March yesterday, and he had a lot to say about a second stimulus check. We're also going to go over key financial and economic news. But before we get started, if you're interested in the stimulus checks, stock market, or how to make money in general, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, today we're doing a giveaway, and all you need to do to be eligible is like the video, be subscribed to my channel, and comment down below the 3 stocks I mentioned in today's video. I'm going to say stock number 1 is this, stock number 2 is this, and stock number 3 is this. So I'm just going to list those out throughout the video, so make sure you watch until the end. I'm going to be picking one winner and giving away $50 in a free stock that I mentioned today. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's get into the key financial and economic news. The European Commission announced earlier today a stimulus proposal for 750 billion euros, which is about $825 billion. And this is a recovery fund that will be designed to help out the 27 countries within the EU. This proposal includes 310 billion euros for grants and 250 billion euros for loans. It requires unanimous support from all the nations in the EU for it to pass, however, so it might be a while before this actually goes through. In addition to this, Japan also unveiled a new stimulus package as well that's valued at around $1 trillion. So it's interesting to see what other countries are doing right now in order to help them survive and get through this economic crisis. Because right now, many countries are facing the worst recession they have seen in decades. A lot of them even since World War II. So it'll be interesting to see what this relief does and what happens with that. Moving on is a lot of US companies are cutting salaries right now for people who are employed because they are struggling to survive and stay afloat during this economic crisis. This is going to have a huge effect on how the economy recovers, and this is one of the main reasons why people don't expect we will have a V-shaped recovery, because if a lot of people are unemployed and the people who are employed are having their salaries cut, well, then it makes it a lot harder for the economy to bounce back very quickly. In addition to this, a third of Americans are showing signs of clinical anxiety or depression. And this is according to new US Census Bureau data that just came out. This is during a time where US deaths near 100,000 deaths, unemployment rates are nearly 20%. People in some parts of the country are still under lockdown and still have social distancing restrictions in their life. And this is after 3 months of fear and isolation where people haven't done much of anything. So this is the first and most definite sign of the psychological toll that the virus is taking on thousands and millions of people. So this is interesting to see what happens here, because this is the first report on psychological effects of the virus. Moving on, Twitter labeled one of Trump's tweets yesterday with a fact check for the first time ever, directing users to news articles that contradict what he was saying in his tweet. On Tuesday, President Trump made a number of claims on Twitter about voter fraud after a California governor named Gavin Newsom, he announced an effort to expand mail-in voting programs in California during the crisis right now. And Donald Trump said that vote-by-mail programs lead to voter fraud. Donald Trump has made many claims before this about vote-by-mail programs and how they lead to fraudulent election results and how he doesn't like these sorts of programs. However, this is the first time that Twitter put a fact check on his tweets that directed people to news articles that say otherwise, that vote-by-mail programs don't lead to fraudulent election results. Moving on is the World Health Organization, who they warn that countries, including the United States, could face a second peak in the number of virus cases and infections, echoing concerns expressed by opponents of rapid reopening of different countries. A lot of people say that we're opening states and countries up too soon, and this runs the risk of a second wave of infections. So according to the World Health Organization, they say this as well. Mike Ryan, who is the head of the World Health Organization's Emergencies Program, told reporters in a briefing yesterday that we cannot make assumptions that just because the disease is on the way down and we're seeing numbers decrease in the number of countries, that's going to keep going down. He said that the disease can jump up at any time without any warning. He said until we have a vaccine, and until people are taking the vaccine, well, the disease can come back at any point in time, and it could cause a lot of issues and cause countries to have to shut back down again, like we had seen previously with Japan and other countries. Next up is let's get into vaccines means and new information that came out yesterday on vaccines. So according to the Center for Public Affairs Research, according to a poll that they did, they said that only about half of Americans say they will definitely get vaccinated against the virus once a vaccine becomes available. They say the poll finds 49% of people plan to get vaccinated, 31% say they are not sure if they will take it, and 20% say that they are not going to get vaccinated. This is important because until we have a vaccine that is truly effective and everyone feels comfortable taking it, well, until we have both of those things, there's still going to be a number of cases popping up, and people are still going to be getting the virus until everyone is vaccinated and feels comfortable getting the vaccine. Lastly, before we get into the second round of stimulus checks and what the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell had to say in an interview yesterday about the second stimulus check, the last point of financial and economic news is that the Trump administration had pledged to produce a vaccine by the end of the year, which is a really fast timetable. This is a very ambitious timetable because most vaccines take years to develop. So they had pledged that we would see a vaccine developed by the end of this year. However, according to another poll done by the Center for Public Affairs Research, they say that only 20% of Americans believe that the goal will be met and a vaccine will be developed by the end of this year. 61% of people expect a vaccine to become available sometime within 2021, and 17% think it'll take even longer than 2021 to develop a vaccine. So this is important because we all know the sooner they develop a vaccine, the sooner things can return to normal. Because until we have a vaccine, it's going to be hard for everything to return to normal life. Now let's get into the second round of stimulus checks and get into what Mitch McConnell said yesterday about what is going on with the second stimulus package. We all know that the House Democrats proposed the HEROES Act, and they're all for a second stimulus package. But what we've been waiting on is what the Republicans in the Senate, what their thoughts were on the second stimulus package. So Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, he said on Tuesday that Congress will probably have to pass more legislation to mitigate the damage from the virus pandemic. He said that right now, the way everything's looking, the way the economy is recovering, it is very likely that we will have to pass more stimulus package. He said that a measure to lift the U.S. economy would have to have a more narrow scope than the $3 trillion package proposed by the House Democrats with the HEROES Act. He said that that is too broad, it doesn't address the specific issues that we need to have fixed. And he said that by looking at states' progress in reopening their economies in the next couple of weeks will help to inform the Republicans in the Senate and Congress in general what needs to be included in the second stimulus package. He said they want to make sure it is narrowly focused and the money is going to the right place. One important thing that he talked about in this interview yesterday was unemployment benefits. He said that we need to make sure that we have unemployment insurance properly funded as long as we need. He said because since over 40 million people are going to be unemployed and we're reaching an unemployment rate of nearly 20%, it is important that states have funding to continue unemployment benefits for all of these people. Mitch McConnell had previously stated how the enhanced unemployment benefits, the $600 per week on top of the state unemployment benefits, would not be included in the second stimulus package because it incentivizes people to stay at home and not to go to work. However, what he did say in this interview yesterday is important because he said they want to make sure states have enough funding to continue their regular state unemployment benefits. And this is important because this is definitely needed for the millions of people who do not have their jobs. Next up is one important thing he did say, however, was that he said we can't keep propping up the economy forever. And what he's referring to is by doing more and more stimulus payments. He says we can't keep propping up the economy because we need to be able to return to normal life. People need to be able to have their jobs, and by simply providing funding, continuous money to the people, that's just propping up the economy. He said that the ultimate solution to get back to normal life, he said, is that there needs to be three things that need to be done. He said in order to return to normal life, the three essentials are to have testing, treatment, and a vaccine. So he said those are the three most important things to really be able to return to normal life, to have a normal life again and not have to worry about the virus and the economy to start fully recovering. So that is testing, treatment, and a vaccine. So finally, he said in the next few weeks, we'll determine whether there is yet another bill and what exactly will be in it by looking at what is going on in the economy and how the economy is recovering. And this is really important because Mitch McConnell is the Senate Majority Leader, and we've been waiting to see what he has to say about a second stimulus package. This is the first time we've heard from him since the memorial recess and what is going on there. And this is also his first public appearance in Kentucky since mid-March and the virus started. So finally he's starting to make more public appearances, and that is good news because we can see that people are starting to feel more comfortable going outside, having public appearances, and doing more normal things that they would do in their lives. So that is important as well. Anyways, that is what's going on in the world today. And now we're gonna go over the 3 stocks for our giveaway for today's video. So all you need to do, remember, to be eligible for this giveaway is to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and comment down below these 3 stocks. The 3 stocks are Bank of America, United Airlines, and Macy's. So those are the 3 stocks for today's video. Make sure to comment all 3 of those down below in the comments, and I'm going to randomly pick one person to give $50 in one of those stocks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you sign up for the Webull investing app. All you need to do is download the app and deposit $100 into your account, and you'll get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. Also get 1 free stock when you sign up for Robinhood. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.